Well, hey, how y'all doing out there this morning? And good morning to everybody. I wanted to say good morning to everybody, and I love you. Uh, and I tell you I love you all the time, and I hope that you believe me when I tell you that I love you, because I do. I love my planet. I love human beings, and but I don't like a lot of stuff, and I think that's what we're going to talk about a little bit here today. I think that's something I really want to say and get off my chest. I think it's a big problem with our brotherhood. I think it's a big problem with our unity. I think it's a big problem with our society, our government, the way we were trained to think. Uh, I think there's a solution, and the solution is right in here, as it is with every one of you. So I'm not going to point any fingers. I'm not going to talk about anybody else but myself. And maybe you can ask yourself some of these serious questions and see who you are and where you are in life right now, where our planet is at a state of going through some crazy things, and where our society and our governments have gotten out of control, and where all that's about to change as well. We got so many changes coming around uh, right now between just normal, natural, evolutionary type planetary, universal changes to the things that we do as people, and it's the people things I want to talk about. So I made a comment here today on Facebook. I think it was yesterday, and I just found out about the emo culture or subculture, and why these kids were acting like they were, and kind of what it was about. And sure, in a quick assumption and opinion, judging as quickly as I could about something that really don't affect my life. I saw it was kind of like some more boohoo stuff and kind of stealing one old culture, the punk culture from way back in the day, and kind of using that and music as a format. But it was all deep and dark, and everybody feeling sorry for themselves. So I looked at it for what it was, and more of this trying to keep men from being men in our country, trying to get people to identify and physically show an appearance, like make it a fashion. Like I told y'all about busting a sag, that was just an easy way for the police to identify somebody that might have a thug mentality. And they get a fashion for thugs, and people wear that because they think, hey, I'm going to be a thug. That's a person more likely to commit a crime, and that's why they started that in the 90s, and that's why busting a sag is something you shouldn't do. Maybe at a party, or if you're doing something fashionable. But if you're just walking down the street and you think you got to be Mr. Fashion and you're busting a sag, a cop might look at you like thinking you have that mentality. Well, this emo thing's the same way. Many things they do, but but the point was, I saw somebody making feeling sorry for themselves, and they made a culture out of it. They made an issue out of it. And over the last few years, this has been going around. I saw it the way I see it. Of course, that is my opinion. So I smiled at it. I'm not that he man got to go down and eat bark off pine trees kind of guy. But I do believe men should be men, women should be women, and that's fine. That's me. That's my opinion, and that's the way I live. And that's who I am. I smile at certain things, and I smile at other lifestyles. But here's the thing: I'm the kind of brother that would never really put you down to your face. I may say, "Hey, that guy over there is acting retarded," but I would never go up to a special needs child and hurt a child. I'd never go to a special needs person and hurt a person. You see, there's a big difference in this. And a lot of people come on my Facebook and they're like, "Bill, I can't believe you said that about this, or I can't believe you said that about that." Well, my first response is like, all right, first of all, wow, do I go make a comment on everything you say? Well, fine, I say a bunch of stuff, so I'm going to get a lot of feedback. So you say something. My second response is usually, did I say that to, say, a special needs person, or did I say that to an obese person, or did I say that to a gay person, or am I running somebody down? No, I'm just giving my little view on something I think's funny, or I think's out of place, or I think is wrong place, wrong time for sure. Any of this acting weaker than what we are as men and women at this point in time is insane. We're at a very critical point in time. We may even have a revolutionary war, a civil war, maybe even in our own lifetime. We know this. We may run out of food in our own lifetime. All these things may happen in our lifetime, but we're putting band-aids, and that's what I want to get at. We're putting band-aids on things. And you know what I mean when I say that, don't you? You know what I mean when I say you're putting a band-aid on something. You see, I'm not the kind of brother that's going to put a band-aid on your boo-boo every time you come show me your boo-boo. No, I'm the kind of brother that's going to teach you how to walk right so you don't fall down and skin your knees. I'm going to teach you how to pick up your feet when you walk so you don't stump your toe. I'm not going to be the brother that keeps putting Band-Aids on your boo-boos. I'm going to be the brother that teaches you how to not have boo-boos, how to keep from having boo-boos, how to think ahead and not be hurt, not do things in manners of being self-destructive. I didn't ask you, any of y'all, to ever go out there and change the world. I didn't ask any of you to go out there and save other people. I always told you to think for yourself, that the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Now, when some people, and then turns into a group of people, and let's just use the emos for example. This is a group of people, and they seem to be millennials that are not guided well. All right, where we all seem to admit that they've been kicked out of their homes. This system did not work for them. They're the new outcasts. They're like the punk rockers in the 70s. They're like the James Dean kind in the 50s. You see, and they put a label and they put a fashion on it. And then they push you out of society and they tell you you're different. When society is what the fuck is different. Don't you get it now? Society is what's different. You're just you. You cannot be nothing that they said you were. You cannot be an emo. You cannot be a rapper. You cannot be an actor. You cannot be nothing that they say you are. Those are labels. You can only be one thing in your entire life. And that's you. That's you. That's all you can be is you. And you might think somebody else is being something better than you, so you want to be like them, or it makes you sad, so you all cringe up and wounds your inner child, and you got to go find you a safe place. I'm not asking you. Look, some of the toughest sons of bitches. You think about me saying a man is acting like a sissy? A person out there got on to me really hard, so said I was a hypocrite because I said emos or sissy or acting like a man acting like a sissy ain't a good thing. And they said that was a sexist thing. And I said, how? It just means you're acting weak, acting scared or something, acting effeminate. Effeminate means acting like a woman. All right, fine. Man, the point I'm trying to make is it had nothing to do with me saying, oh, that damn gay guy, why is he doing kissing boys? What is he doing wearing black? What, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm saying like they thought it was cool to act like a sissy. It's not time to do that these days. But hey, is anybody telling that kid how to act different? No, they just put a Band-Aid on it. And they say, oh, poor Johnny. Man, we're going to feel sorry for you. Here, let me buy you some more of this weird music. Here, let me pay for your phone that you're talking to all kind of depressed people. This group of people gets together, and then their darkness spreads. You get it now? They're not spreading anything positive. When something is completely all negative, usually it was designed against you, too. Do you not realize, y'all, that most of your fashion or anything that you see on TV, everything that you're taught in school, almost everything you're taught at church, has all been designed to keep you down, to make you feel lesser, to make you feel like you're supposed to go buy a box of Band-Aids every day and go put them on everybody's boo-boo, instead of saying stand up and telling people to stand up and pull your britches up and act like who you are, and feed yourself and take care of yourself, and then you can take care of others. But sure, are there young men and young women out there, a lost generation? You're goddamn right. And it's been in my generation, the X generation. There were lost baby boomers. They're lost millennials. They're lost everybody. Everybody has a generation where somebody branched off. They all had to be different, but it was the way the TV, the way the government, the way the man told you to be different. Not the way you are being different. Because what did I just say a little while ago? What's the only thing in the world that you can be? You can only be you. You can only be you. When you let somebody else tell you what you are, or if you see an example laying out there, like you're walking through a store, think about candy bars. You go in there, you don't really know what candy bar you want. You go in there, and there's all these different kind of candy bars, and you say, "Well, I want something different." Well, there's a Three Musketeers. It's just chocolate nougat. And there's a Snickers. It's just nuts and caramel and chocolate. I want something different. I'm going to get a Twix because it's got a cookie in it. That's different. Yeah, there's something different. You still got something off the candy bar shelf. Everybody can get it. Everybody can be that. And it wasn't even what you wanted. Wow. Do you get it now? You can't pick from what they show you to say who you are. You can only make you who you are. None of you are as weak as you're being made out. And let me tell every single one of y'all this. I know it's going to be hard, but this is the kind of brother I am, because I'm tired of putting Band-Aids on this boo-boo too. Everybody, every single human being out here has something that we can just make another human being cry by telling our story. And maybe we should be telling our stories more. Maybe we should find somebody that we feel confident enough to talk to and bring out the things that keep us down. But you know what? Everybody has something that they can go back on and say, man, I can let this keep me down, or this really sucks in my life, or I'm of this appearance and I'm not accepted by anybody else. You know, I got a brother here right now, a young brother, and from talking to him over the last year and caring, just caring and listening to somebody, and I could have attached 1,000 different labels on him. You know what I've told this brother since he's come here? Find something that you can do outside of what society has shown you, because you ain't going to ever get along with society. He ain't no different than me. And I tell them that I tried it for 30 years and tell them saying, hey, man, you're not going to get along with them kind of people, and it's going to make you feel weird. I just tell them, hey, I felt weird and I did it for 31 years. So before you go through 31 years of hell, this guy's really great in the woods, so he should be a land manager or a trail guide, something like that. Yeah, not your standard lawyer, doctor, working at Walmart job or being assistant to the assistant manager at fucking McDonald's. No, man, go be a trail guy. Go find something that you can be. Go be you. So I didn't get to be me for 4 decades of my 54 years. I feel like I've only lived to be me for 14 years of my life. And that was my first 4 years, and that's been my last 10 years. Bet that. And I'll tell you what, being me ain't the easiest thing to do. And I ain't never write hardly about nothing. I just tell you to think about things, brother. My brother out there, James, you know who I'm talking to. I just ask you to think about things. Troy, I never said I was right about everything, but I am concerned about where you go, because all this coddling and all this putting band-aids on boo-boo, all this handing men fish and women fish to eat instead of showing them what to do. When did we stop teaching each other how to live? When did we stop living by example to give other people more examples so they can find out who they are and be them? Are we going to continue to let this stupid internet, TV, fashion magazines, the whole lifestyle of the Hollywood and the Hollyweird, and from the East Coast to the West Coast around the world, are we going to continue to let this give people all these hundreds of examples of being the same way and never being nothing that they are? Man, I can just pick off a menu and it's like a buffet. All these little things in. This might make who I am, but it ain't you. When are we going to start teaching people to be them? Look, I may be hard about something. I might make a joke about something, but do you really think that I would hurt another human being? Really? I mean, I want to get something straight. I don't have anybody on my friends list under 18 years old, or under, I think around 20 or 21 years old, to be honest with you. And that's only because I got my kids on there. Also, my kids are on there. And I don't have anybody that fits any of the criteria of any of the words that I use that would hurt them if they heard them. In other words, I thought I had adults out here that could understand humor, that could understand sarcasm, that could understand frustration that was turned into clever wordplay. Just clever wordplay. I love playing with words. I don't talk well at all because I'm a redneck, but this is the way I talk. But I love to write things clever, and I love to come back with quick responses. I think that's intelligent thinking. I think that's thinking, and I always love to be thinking and learning. And it's just another thing to do, something to kill time with. But man, do you really think I'd ever hurt somebody? Because if I'd hurt somebody, then why I got all these charges in the past from knocking cops off people, especially black folks, around other black folks that weren't doing shit, or why is it when the 60 guys were getting picked on in school, and just because that's a word, and that's another thing too. Y'all got to remember, you want me to understand you and understand your problems and understand what's going on today. Well, you got to why don't you try to understand just 54 years ago, and the fact that I was raised up with words like sissy and retard, and gay people weren't called gay people. They were called something else. Let me tell you something. So I have tried to fit the evolution of words and word play, but you can't go steal everybody's word and every word and make it your own. And now everybody's taking every word, and those of us my age, or maybe even a little bit younger or a little bit older, walk around on eggshells wondering what the fuck we can say. And then we get out on our own Facebook wall and say something to relieve a little frustration, not hurting nobody, and somebody still gets butthurt and comes out there and says, "Oh, Bill, you wounded me. You wounded my inner child, Bill. Please put a Band-Aid on it, Bill, because I can't even put my own Band-Aid on, Bill." You're fucking pathetic and weak, and I'm tired of it. And guess what? If you don't like it, hit the fucking road. Our atmosphere may collapse in the next 5 to 7 years. Our economy is definitely going to collapse, probably by 2020. You see everything happening, and you're worried about being butthurt over some fucking words and some fucking definitions of words. This is how you've been played. Just like the young black man and young white man, urban youth are wearing their pants low and wearing the flat brim and trying to look like a thug so they can be identified easy. They're gonna every one of you that are putting yourself in a box, they got a box for you, a fucking FEMA box. That's what the fuck they got for you. Now they got you labeled, they got you marked, they got you measured, they know where you are, they know how you're going to act when any situation comes out. They've used this Facebook, social media, they've used Twitter, they've used YouTube to figure out mankind even more on how you think, and now they've got it down to the individual person. So you come out here and you put up memes and you put up songs and you put up things talking about how down and depressed you are. They're going to put you on the list like, don't worry about that one. He ain't going to fight back. Sissy has a meaning. Being a pussy has a meaning. Being a coward has a meaning. It's things they are marking and measuring, not me. Not me. I'm using the definitions of the real hard words to describe what the fuck's going on. To be honest, it ain't worth it. You know, because I was dumb enough to join the military like a bunch of y'all, so I can talk about that. I was a dumb kid like all of y'all, so I can talk about that. But see, the things that I learned from the military, the things from listening to people in counterintelligence, from watching this whole thing evolve over the last 50 years, watching them try to make the perfect tax slave, and then everybody else that don't want to be the tax slave, they're going to pluck you from the American family tree, son and daughter. You're gone. You're dead. You're not conforming, and you're going to tell them, they don't got to come see if you're conforming anymore. You fucking get on goddamn internet, on social media, and you tell them you're not conforming every day by telling them how sad you are, by telling them how bad you got it, by telling them how you'll never fuck the white man, fuck the black man. All you racists out there, you don't think you're being marked and measured too? If you're not the perfect American slave for the new world order fucking energy company, slave system, resource country that this has been sold out to be, right under your eyes and feet and you don't see it, right under your nose and you don't see it, and you don't fit that mold, and you're all out there in the streets and you're all out there on it, and everybody's got your rights and everybody's made themselves an individual minority, and I'm a part of this little small group, you're going to be taken out the quickest. That's what it was all. So you identify yourself so they don't got to. And they're going to give you Band-Aids because they're going to put out talking heads out there that say, oh, feel sorry for this poor guy. Or hey, man, feel sorry for this criminal because he had a hard life and he didn't get a fair shake. It's being played against you right in front of you. But you want to come at a brother like me that uses a little clever wordplay and gets my frustrations out by calling a spade a spade. Yeah, my other brother out there, it may be the way I see it. It may be my opinion, but at least I'm voicing my opinion so you and other people can come back and tell me your opinion, or where I may be wrong, or hey, Bill, you thinking crazy, or Bill, you way off on this one, or hey, Bill, damn, I've been thinking that too. I just didn't want to say it out loud. How many of you out there ever said, damn, Bill just said something I wanted to say? And I'm not saying that in a way of ego or trying to pump myself up. I'm just trying to say somehow I've managed to get the nerve in myself to come out here and speak about some white elephants in the room and speak about some things that other people just want to speak about. And I get this kind of ridicule. I'm going to tell you something. I can't be a hypocrite because I'm asking questions and I am giving opinions. Now, if I tell you, if I said, hey, all men that wear black hats are evil, and I'm sitting here wearing a black hat, that's being a hypocrite. I mean, you got to really look at the definition of the word. That's one that's going to get me. When you call me a liar, when I'm questioning, when I'm talking out loud, when I'm thinking out loud, when I'm asking you, when I'm asking myself, when I'm asking the universe questions. So I'm not trying to tell lies. I'm trying to talk through some things. But there are some things that have been played against us. The things that you look to learn about, that I have learned about, that other people out there have found out. We found out because it was our job. We found out because we worked with people that were in this type of community, the intelligence community or whatever, or just work for the government. We know that they experimented on us. We're historians. We've looked into things. We might even be the test subjects of some of this shit. Some of the people that's come out about what's going on and what's going on this planet and what's going on, especially with this government. Man, just with the way they treat us and play social experiments and physical biological experiments on us, just since they bought them sick ass Nazi doctors back in the 1940s. Look up Operation Paperclip, and everything that's is going on here in America to us is what the fuck they was doing to them people over there in Europe before World War II. Think about that. Playing with people's mind. How you think all them German people got crazy and let Hitler be in power? Why you think all these people are sitting around Trump doing Zeke Heil? Huh? This is old school shit, y'all, and they brought them motherfuckers over here. They've been working on us for the last 50, 60 years, especially the last 50 years, because I've watched it change with these two eyes right here. So remember that I love you, even if I don't like you. And remember that if I hurt your feelings and you come back and say, hey, Bill, you hurt my feelings, make sure that you say that in a manner to me and you speak to me in the same manner you want me to speak to you. Because I'm tired of being nice, too. As a matter of fact, let's be honest. I ain't that nice of a person, but I do like to have smile. I would rather smile. I would rather have fun. I would rather joke around. And anybody around me would tell you this. I would rather have fun, but you gonna bring it, then fuck it. I'm still an Aries. Let's go. I'm still crazy as a fucking loon. Considered that way by many people, so whatever. And if you hate me so much, and I just got to ask it, if you hate me so much and you disagree with me so much and you want to cuss me so much, then why'd you come to my wall? Because the only friend request that I ever sent out on this account are to the ones from my Bill Bunting account because it shut down and it'll be on in a couple of days. And those people I pretty much understand. There's some on here I'll either block you on the other one or but over the last 10 years, and this isn't your fault. This is from the haters. But over the last 10 years, I had videos that went way back, and I could explain everything about myself. You would know who I was, and there's very few of you that have been through all of that with me. And we've gone through all this social media thing, kind of keeping up with each other. So you would know who I am. But all that's gone now, so I understand that. So I just want to say it free and clear right now. I'm a real brother, but I only got so many band-aids. And I only got so much time to put the band-aids on because I'm spending my time trying to eliminate and eradicate the things that are giving you the wounds, the things that are wounding you, things that are tripping you, the things that are making you fall. Let's take them out, take away what's giving you the boo-boo, which like with little kids, you ever notice how little kids get stumped toes and skinned knees and skinned elbows all the time? Why? Because they're falling down. Why are they falling down? Because they're learning their bodies and learning how to be little kids. They're going through a growing process. Well, some of y'all are past certain spots, but you're still looking back. It was nice to be a kid, and it was nice to be able to have mom and daddy put that Band-Aid on that boo-boo. You're grown. Shit's changed. There ain't no more Band-Aids. We got to get rid of what's hurting us. We got to take away what's hurting us. And talking and understanding each other, that's a part of it. So understand me when I tell you, I love you, whether I like you or not. I'll talk to you, but it ain't always going to be nice. And I try. This is something else because I'm always getting accused of this and getting accused of that. That's fine. And this one's just for me. Anybody ever wants to go back and look at any thread or any of these little arguments that get started, I will always wait with online arguments until somebody crosses the line first. So you always look and see somebody fucking starting off with that bullshit, mamby-pamby, baby-ass name calling. Or then it's just getting deep and just really throwing serious labels at people. Or then just knowing what kind of person they are. Like most people know that I do love my planet and I do love my brother and I do want to see hard, quick change that we need on this planet, much less in our country right now. In a hard nut. And then they'll come at you like that. They'll say, like calling me a racist, knowing that I am the furthest thing in the world from could care less about race. Don't even believe in that, but anyway. So it's just shit like that bothers me, and they know it. And they come in from all over. I'm restarting the YouTube channel because it got shut down. I'm on this channel on this Facebook page right here, this William Bunting account. And both of them have people that I don't talk to normally. or that I blocked before, and now I'm having to go through a whole new haters. But I just wanted to get one thing straight with the folks out here that have just either got to know me or new. Um, there's there's this thing we used to use back in the 60s and 70s, and somewhere around when MTV started, it went away, and it was called tough love, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Because that way, I don't got to walk on eggshells around you to love you. You don't got to walk around on eggshells to love me. We both know where the fuck we stand. We talk to each other. We know who each other are. And we build each other up on the things that we are there to build each other up on. And if you're going to act silly about something, hey, if somebody's acting like a clown, aren't you supposed to laugh? Huh? Somebody's out there acting like a clown and whatever, instead of sitting there and saying, "Oh, look, Johnny's wearing the sister's makeup. What a cute kid." Just like, what's wrong with you, son? Can't take you nowhere. Goddamn. They used to do it to me when I acted a fool. And I didn't wear my, I had three sisters and I never wore their makeup on. But I go try to walk. I just like to walk around naked when I was a kid, and they tell me that was wrong. They say we can't take them nowhere, and they used to not take me nowhere. So I had to learn how to act. So in other words, especially for the youngers out there, be yourself, express yourself, but don't bleed it all on everybody else. Because guess what? The more you tell people that you're down and out, the more you tell people about your inner pain and your physical pain, the more they're gonna not want you around. They're gonna say, "Get the fuck out of here." But remember this, and all of you, every single one of you, I'm telling you this with all the love and knowledge and wisdom that I got. They keep lists these days. This fucking social media is the best way that they can keep lists. This is the best way right here. So when you put it out there that you're this and you're that, they know what to do with you. They know what to do with you better than anything. Think about that. And hey, you know when somebody's really being mean to you, and then you know when somebody's having fun. If somebody's having fun, let's get back some layers of skin. I think the New World Order took off. Let's be a little bit, quit being so thin skinned and so butthurt about every little thing. And hey, and if it's a clever joke, then fine. You know, big deal. One man's sense of humor may not be funny to somebody else, but as long as it's humor, as long as it's sarcasm, come on. Man, too politically correct, man. The only jobs out there are going to be making band-aids. Hey, and think about that band-aid thing too. Take away what causes the sore, the injury. You won't need them at all. And band-aids are just that. They're just temporary. Just a temporary fix. Think about that. Don't live in fear.